morning, ladies. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of ways to come out of the wall walk that can make you feel safer challenging yourself going up the wall. And then I thought maybe I'd show you a couple of tricks too, on a technique wise on how to do it if you can't go all the way up. Okay, so we recently had to do this in a CrossFit competition, a worldwide competition, and it shocked everybody. So it's one of the things I teach in acro. So for me, it came quite easily. But anyway, in my space, I have a gap of concrete between my floor mats and the wall. It's going to be okay for me, but I don't recommend that. I would put a mat down, or usually when we did our competition, we moved the mats back. So anyway, I start with a warm up, something like what we call inchworms, where you start in a pike and you walk out to plank, and you walk back out to plank, and then while you're in plank, you can do some shoulder taps so that you feel the weight of the walking. Okay, so that's kind of like a good warm-up to activate your shoulders. Okay, so how we start is we start with our feet against the wall, and we are down on the ground like we're about to do a push-up, and then we push up to plank. And it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be the most perfect push-up. So you're just pushing up to plank, and my feet are against the wall. Okay, then I pike a little and get my feet up. Then I leave my feet there and move my hands. And if you look, my hips are pretty close to being over my shoulders. My hips over the shoulders, shoulders over the wrists. You want to get there instead of being in this angled position. So if this is as close as you can get, try to get pushed so that your hips are over your shoulders, shoulders over the wrists, and stop there. And then if you feel like the next time you can go a little further, you go a little further, and then bring your hips forward. But you can still bring your hips forward over your shoulders and keep your pressing into the wall with your feet. Okay, and then you can just keep going all the way. I'm not going to go onto the cement because it feels kind of funny. Okay, and then coming out, you come out, and then you can slide down and then lower. Okay, that's one way to come out. Now, the second way is to cartwheel. Now, when I'm going to move over, because for me to cartwheel out, I've got some equipment here. So my space isn't the best space, because going to one side, I hit our whiteboard. Going to the other side, I've got our crossover symmetry equipment up. So but it's not a graceful cartwheel, but I'll try to get it in. And I'll just turn the camera slightly that way. So that's what I'm going to hit there. Okay. So I'm down in my push-up position. I press up. I pike. I walk in. I move my hands. That's as far as I'm going to go, but normally I can go to the wall. All right, and then if I feel like I can't come down, I move the hand and I cartwheel out. Okay, but you can walk your hands back out. Okay, another trick to help if you feel like the wall, getting your hips over on the wall is the fear of falling, is to do it on a box. Okay, and I can show you that. I'll just turn my camera this way. There's my box. We were working out this morning, so Not everything's put away. So this, I'm going to set it up for 20 inches. Okay. And here we go. There we go. So this one, you put your hands, you make a plank with your feet on the box, and then you just walk your way up. Nose in, and walk your hands out. Walk your hands in, walk your hands out. You need a good hamstring flexibility for that one. However, I guess you could bend your knees a little bit, and then you can flip your box and be a little bit higher, or you could start lower, depending upon, like you could use your bench press bench. But anyway, I think that'll help. It's easier to do handstands facing the wall, walking up the wall, than it is, well, I won't say it's easier, but it's better for you than kicking up to the wall, because you arch your back, and that can be problematic for, like you don't use the core and as much, and you can get a little bit more sinking into the shoulders than facing the wall. Okay, so work for that stacking of the hips over the shoulders, over the wrists.